Well, my name is Hernan, and I've been in digital marketing for 15 years now, decade and a half. I've done a little bit of everything throughout my career, and I've been lucky, blessed enough to work with guys like Frank Kern. I was marketing director for Grant Cardone. I advise Tony Robbins' team on marketing, and Dean Graziosi. I work for Patrick Bet-David, for Paul Getter, for Dan Henry, for many others. And we spent tens of thousands of dollars each day for these clients, and to the tune of millions per year. Our campaigns have generated over $150 million in attributed revenue. And, and funny enough, I started on Fiverr.com back in the day. 10 years ago, Fiverr.com was not the Fiverr.com that you guys know today. Fiverr.com, you will go to Fiverr.com to find something done for cheap, for $5 or less, right? And I was there. That was the first time that somebody gave me money online. That made me a believer, right? I was writing articles. I'm originally from South America, grew up in a third world country, and I was writing articles for people in the States. And the first time that somebody gave me money online, a complete stranger gave me money online, was on Fiverr. And that made me a believer. That was a big breakthrough for me. So the concept of mastermind and following those people that you want to be close to is really, really powerful and dear and near close to my heart, because that, like, joining masterminds and being helpful and delivering a ton of value is how I got to work with these guys, right? I remember that I joined Frank Kern's inner circle mastermind, and I was, helping people with their Facebook ads, which is basically what I did for a long time. I was helping them with their Facebook ads, and then Frank's team reached out to me and say, hey, you're really helpful on the forum, on the Facebook group at that point. And they say, hey, do you want to come work with us? And I said, yes, of course, right? And then the same happened with Grant Cardone. I was like really helpful in his community, and his team reached out and say, hey, we need somebody to run Facebook ads for some of our clients. So I jumped in, and then, I became their marketing director at some point. So it was a wild ride, but being in a mastermind, being in a position where you surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that they push you to be better, and are always striving to get better, is really empowering. And if you don't look for it, you don't get put into a mastermind, right? You need to be proactive, and you need to be, I would say, you need to be proactive, and you need to actually look for these places, because building a business, being an entrepreneur, being a high-ticket closer, being a successful person can be really lonely, right? It can be really lonely unless you surround yourself with powerful individuals, unless you surround yourself with people that are on the same quest that you are. Because, like, honestly, I didn't have a lot of friends that were building businesses growing up, right? I didn't have a lot of friends that were, making a lot of money or millionaires. I didn't have those type of friends, right? I didn't have that circle. So I had to be consistent in my search of putting myself in better and better environments over and over and over again, right? So yeah, kudos to all of you guys, because you're here, you're learning, you're spending your time, you're spending your money, you're spending your energy, to be put in these places. So kudos to all of you guys. All right, cool. So what I want to share with you guys today is something that we do at Scale Driven all the time. And it's a really easy way, or relatively simple way, I should say, to generate leads and to generate high ticket leads and high ticket clients. Okay. This is what we do at ScaleDriven.com. ScaleDriven.com is my digital marketing agency. We help up and coming coaches, consultants, info product businesses, service-based businesses that have a high ticket offer to get more book calls. And then people like you close them on the phone, right? So we're a match here, right? So that's what we do at ScaleDriven.com. And we kind of crack the code and find a formula to make this really easy and simple for anyone wanting to generate high ticket leads. Okay. So if you're out there trying to generate high ticket leads or clients for your own business, or you're doing this for maybe other people's businesses, knowing this technique and this strategy I'm about to share with you, which is super simple to implement, will allow you to become more valuable, right? Because if you run this for yourself, or if you show this to the marketing team, or even if you run this on the side for the business that you're working on, this will allow you to become much more valuable, right? Because now you're generating your own inbound leads. So let me actually share with you guys how this works. And I'm going to share my screen in a second, and you guys are welcome to ask me any questions that you might like. I think that we'll have some Q&A time at the end, so happy to answer any and all questions that you might have. So let me share with you what we do when it comes to developing a marketing machine for a high-ticket closer, for a high-ticket product. And then I'm going to share with you the strategy that we use, again, to fill up these funnels, to fill up these calendars, to fill up a closer team, or somebody that needs to generate high ticket clients, so that you can understand, and again, you can become more valuable because you understand where these people are coming from, what's their training, what's happening in their minds, what type of content they've consumed. And let me tell you, this is a strategy that I learned from Frank Kern itself. Then we went out and tweak it. And then I went down and added my own flavor to it. But this strategy that I'm about to share with you guys, it's extremely powerful because it allows you to only talk to people that are qualified, that are invested, that are ready to go, that have the means and have the willing to do business. Okay. So if you could talk like 100% of the time with people that are already educated, that are willing, that have the means, that they already know how much you're going to charge them for, this would be a game changer, right? Instead of talking to a bunch of unqualified people, if you only talk to people that are qualified, this will be a game changer for you, right? As a closer or as an entrepreneur. And this is what we do on the marketing side of things, right? So we try to deliver the highest possible quality and quantity to the closers, right? To the people that are on the phones, that are closing these people on high ticket programs, right? Or whether it is a high ticket coaching program or a consulting program or a service. This is what we do. So I want you guys to understand that this is a machine that we build, but you can build it right now. And again, I'm going to share with you how to, how this looks and then what you can do to replicate it. Okay. So let me actually share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Are you guys able to see my screen right now? You should see a chart.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Awesome.
Yep,
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Cool. So this is a simple high ticket funnel or sales funnel that we are using for pretty much all of our clients at scale-driven.com. Okay. It only has 4 steps. All right. Let's change the color here. So this is going to be a sales process right here. Okay. So this is where you guys come in basically, right? So this is where you guys come in, but I want to walk you guys through the machine that we built. And then I'm going to walk you guys through how we fill it up, this machine. And I want to give you some pointers so that you can actually deploy this for yourself. All right. So usually what we do is if we take a look at these 4 squares right here, the green squares, we send people to what we call a short on-demand class or a short VSL funnel. VSL stands for video sales letter, and that's where we send people to. And this is, again, working from cold traffic, okay, from cold advertising. And this works from Facebook ads, this works from Google ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads, like any type of advertiser and any type of platform, they go through this funnel. So the way it works is a really simple funnel, okay? So we send people to an opt-in. It's a really simple opt-in that people can, usually at this point, we capture their name, email, and phone number, right? Then after they opt in, they go and watch the VSL. So this is a 20 to 40 minute VSL. It's a short presentation. I can share with you after the call. I can share with you our slideshows that we use. I can share with you the script that we use for this VSL because you need to touch on some specific points. The idea of this VSL is to basically position yourself or position the person that's behind the course as an authority, right? But also hit on 3 main pillars. Number 1 is money. Number 2 is time. And number 3 is effort. So on that VSL that we put together, we're showing people the solution that we have for them, right? So let's say that we are selling a high ticket fitness coaching program for stay-at-home moms of 35 plus, right? Let's say that that's our coach, that's our product, right? High ticket coaching fitness program for stay-at-home moms 35 plus, right? In the US. So we're going to be talking to moms. We're going to be talking to stay-at-home moms. And let's say that this is a $5,000 product or a $6,000 coaching program. That means that we need to talk to moms that are stay at home, but also we need to talk to moms that are willing and able to pay $6,000 for a coaching program, right? So that set the stage of what we need to say on the VSL. And the VSL, the video sales letter, or this presentation, again, touches on 3 main points. Usually what we want to address is how much money it took us, or it took the expert, or it took you to develop the techniques in the coaching program, right? Because it's going to be a $6,000 program. We need to make sure that we are 10x in that. So at least we spend at least $60,000 to $100,000 to come up with this process, right? So we tie the coaching program to money. We tie the coaching program to time, right? Because in the VSL, we say it took us 5 years, 10 years, 3 years to come up with this process, right? And then we tie it to effort. It took us a ton of effort. It took us a ton of blood, sweat, and tears to actually put together this program. The reason why we say that on the VSL, it's because we want to make sure that they don't have to spend $60,000 to $100,000, right? They don't have to spend 5 to 6 to 10 years, and they don't have to invest that much effort to get the results that we are offering them. Okay, so those are the quote unquote 3 pillars on the VSL that we present on this page right here, and they see that right away. They see that on demand. You probably have seen those evergreen webinar funnels that you register and you can watch the presentation in the next 10 minutes, or maybe you can watch it today at 2 p.m. or at 8 p.m. Wishes, they opt in and they immediately see the VSL, right? So nothing to wait for, boom, it's there and it's training, right? And then we tell them on the VSL, hey, listen, if this sounds interesting to you, okay, if you want to save the money, if you don't want to spend the time, if you don't want to put in the effort to do this, and you still want to get the results, then apply to work with us or apply to talk to us, okay? So what just happened here is that we pre-qualified people here, we educate them on our program, and then we send them into an application page. The application page has the usual questions that you might also ask on a sales call, right? Why do you want to do this right now? Why do you think this is a good opportunity right now? How much are you willing to spend? I also like to say how much we're charging on the application. Some people like to say that, some people don't like to say that, depending on how much volume they want to generate, right? But I like to be upfront with people that are applying and saying, hey, this is a program that charges that costs $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, right? We have programs on our company that go all the way up to $25,000, $35,000. We say that on the application, right? So we know that by the time somebody applies, they're already aware of the price. And this does 2 things. Number one, people that are not willing to pay for it, then probably they're not going to apply, meaning they're not going to book a call, meaning they're not going to, just occupy a slot in your calendar. But also, this also price anchor it anchors the price on their mind. So if you have a downsell, let's say that we're selling a $20,000 product or coaching program or high ticket service or something like that on the phone, when you price anchor, that's going to be $20K, right? People come brace and people come prepare for that price. But if you have a downsell, let's say a $5,000 downsell or a $10,000 downsell, it's much easier to sell, right? Because they already know that you're going to charge 20 grand. So if you have an option for 5K, a lot of people will take it, okay? And then they book a call, which is, the proverbial, they book a call, and then basically the closers take over, okay? So this is our funnel. And then we also have a couple of automations. So emails, we follow up with emails, right? So for instance, if people land on this VSL, but they don't get to the end of the VSL, we send them back via emails to finish watching the VSL. If people apply, but they don't, but if they watch the entire VSL, but they don't apply, we send them back to apply. And if they apply, but they don't book a call, we send them back to book a call, right? So we follow up with them. And then once they schedule, we send them 3 to 4 emails or maybe a couple of SMS saying, hey, you know, you're in, your schedule is confirmed. Make sure that you show up. Here's a couple of case studies. So we make them excited to show up to the call, okay? So this is the funnel right here. Now, how do we fill this up? Okay. Now, once we have the machine built up, once we have the different funnel stages and whatnot, how do we fill this up? And this is where the easy campaign or the simple campaign that we run mostly on Facebook comes to play. Okay. So I want to share with you guys the type of campaigns that we run to fill it up with this, to fill up with leads that are already pre-qualified before they even land on this process right here. By the time they land on this process, on this funnel, they are already pre-qualified and ready and willing to do business with us. Okay. So let me go into another screen right here. And this is, by the way, something that all of you guys should be implementing. Whether you are closing for somebody, whether you're closing for yourself, whether you're working for yourself, whether you're an entrepreneur, even if you're working for somebody else, I say that everyone in my company, everyone should have a personal brand, okay? Especially people that are on top. And if you're a high ticket closer, you also want to develop a personal brand. Why? Because the reality is that, again, if you have your own personal brand and you have people following you and you're putting out content and the content is good, then you become much more valuable as a closer. Why? Because now you work with this offer. Now you can go tap into your own network and personal brand and just make it rain, right? You make it rain for you. You make it rain for the business owner. It's a win-win-win. And I learned this personal brand thing for everyone involved in this call, regardless if you are a high ticket closer or entrepreneur. I learned this from working with Grant Cardone. I remember that I was building his or helping him build his advertising agency, and I had to train, hire, and manage over 70 people. And I remember that we were there. I was trying to build a marketing agency in the boiler room, right? So the boiler room were like around 35 or 60.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So 35. I think there were like 35, rabid dogs in the boiler room, right? So it was amazing. It was great to see elite high ticket closers, right? People that were on the phones every single day. They came in earlier than anyone else because they needed to train and do drills and do role playing, right? They left the office after everyone else has gone home, right? They went in on Saturdays. I went in on Saturdays too because I was building the agency, but they went in on Saturdays morning to get trained as well, right? So they worked more than anyone else. And that made them so good because they will finish, most of them, or the top closers, they will finish their shift and they will go to a mixer or to a networking event, right? So they were around the clock and they made a ton of money, a ton of cash, right? And something that I started realizing that with all of these guys, or at least the top producers, they would take their personal brand as closers really seriously, okay? And again, this is a strategy that you, after we're done with this call, you can go out there and implement, and it will make you a lot more valuable, okay? Independently of who you're closing for, or if you're working full-time, or if you're, an up-and-coming entrepreneur, start here. If I had to start over, with my agency, right now we're hitting, we're hitting middle 7 figures, but if I had to start over, this is what I would do. This is exactly what I would do. All right. So, again, for many reasons, one of them is because it's inexpensive and it's super effective to get leads and create authority in any type of niche. All right. So here's how we usually like to do it. Okay. And I call this the 5 by 5 by 5 method. Okay. So 5 by 5 by 5 methods. So what I like to do is to record 5 videos, 5 short videos. Okay. And you can record this with your phone. like vertical, like this, okay, selfie style. They don't need to be super special. Like you can just do it with your phone. So 5 by 5 by 5. So you will record 5 videos, and these videos, you need to touch in these 5 videos, you need to touch 5 issues or challenges that your audience might be going through, right? So again, if my product is for stay-at-home moms that are 35 plus, and I have a fitness product, then I want to record 5 videos. Each of these 5 videos need to be touching on a challenge or a pain point that they have. So one of these 5 videos would be, what do you do when you don't have enough time to train as a stay-at-home mom? That would be video number 1. Video number 2, how to stay consistent with your training when you are taking care of the kids. Video number 2. Video number 3, how to meal prep for the entire family and still eat healthy in a budget, right? So we're talking about 5 key points or 5 challenges. This could also be 5 regular objections that you get on your sales calls, right? This is too much money. This is not for me. I need to think about it, right? So the objections that you usually get in your sales calls, you can put them here. So you put them up front, like you put them on front of the funnel, like you put them even before somebody talks to you, you put them out there. Why? Because by the time people come to you, you have already answered that question or that objection. You have already reverted it, right? So you're going to work with 5 videos touching 5 pain points. And each of these 5 videos, they need to be 5 minutes or less. Okay. So 5 minutes or less, you record 5 videos and you touch in 5 different pain points of the audience. Okay. So let me put it here. 5 videos, 5 challenges. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. 5 challenges. Right? And under 5 minutes, okay? Ideally, 2 to 3 minutes. If you need to go a little bit over, that's fine, all right? So under 5 minutes. Now, these videos, they follow a specific format or specific framework that I'm going to tell you, okay? So the framework is really simple. The framework starts with step 1, introduction, right? So, hey everybody, I'm John Doe with johndoe.com, and at johndoe.com we help stay-at-home moms that want to get fit. Okay, so there's an introduction there, and there's an immediate call out. Okay, so as you can see, I said, hey everybody, my name is John Doe from johndoe.com, right? And we help moms 35 plus that want to get healthier or want to, get better with their fitness. Introduction and call out. Okay. So introduction plus call out. And all of the videos will start the same way. All right. All of the videos, they will start the exact same way. Now, step number 2 is a call to action. Okay. So the call to action on this case is like, if you want to learn more about become a super mom in 3 months or less program, go to johndoe.com, right? So again, introduction plus call out, and then immediately we have a call to action, right? I like to get a really easy to remember domain. So johndoe.com or scaledriven.com or whatever domain, so that you can repeat it throughout the videos, okay? Now, then you start in the helpful content. And guess what, guys? You want to be helpful in these videos, okay? They are not just about the pitch. They are not just about the offer. They are about being helpful. This is really important. So you started with your introduction and your call out. Then you go into your call to action. Visit johndoe.com if you want to learn more about our coaching program. And then you go into the helpful content. The helpful content, again, needs to hit on that challenge. So for instance, a lot of moms usually come to me because they think that they cannot work out. They don't know who to lift their kids with. They cannot meal prep, right? So whatever challenge you are addressing in that video, you talk about that. And you also talk how you overcome it, right? And here's what we usually do for stay-at-home moms that are too busy. And we do this and we do this and we do this, right? So helpful. It needs to be helpful. It really needs to be helpful because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to showcase your expertise in the subject, right? And we are also trying to, because remember that all of these people that are here, johndoe.com, it goes here to the opt-in, right? So when you visit johndoe.com, they're going to see this VSL opt-in, right? So by the time they hit johndoe.com, they have already consumed your content. And then after step number 3, this is why it needs to be helpful content. After that, you go with step number 4 with this. That is another call to action and a sign off. Okay. So basically this means, by the way, if you want to learn more about our coaching programs specifically dedicated for stay-at-home moms, go to johndoe.com. I hope that this was helpful. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Okay. So super simple, 4 steps. You create a video in under 5 minutes. You can record it with your phone and that's it. Okay. Ideally, you want to keep it between 2 to 3 minutes. And then so 2 to 3 minutes is like the sweet spot. But if you go over a little bit more, just make sure that it's under 5 minutes. All right. Does that make sense?
Makes
cool.
sense.
Yep. So we have our 5 videos. Now, what do we do with them? Right? What do we do with them? So usually what I like to do is I upload them to a little tool called Subly. Okay. So subly.com. And then you don't have to do this. This is an optional step, but subly.com is super inexpensive. I think like $20 a month or something like that. And it will allow you to add captions to the video. You see those little captions? It will allow you to add captions to those videos. The reason why I like to add captions is because captions will usually increase what we call consumption time, or in other words, people will watch your videos for longer if you use subly.com or any type of tool to add captions to it. Okay. Again, this is an optional step, but it's recommended. So you grab your 5 videos, you upload them to subly.com, and then you download them with the captions already in them. Okay. Now, this is step number 1 of the entire strategy. So once you have your videos, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Facebook and Instagram, ideally both. Okay. So you're going to go to Facebook and Instagram.
This
okay?
step number 5.
Yes, this would be the next step. Yeah. So this is for the, let's separate this. This is the framework for the framework for videos. Okay. With these steps. So once you have your videos, all right. So this is the framework that we use. Once you have your videos, you're going to upload them. You're going to upload them to your Instagram account, and you're going to upload them into your Facebook page, not your profile, but your Facebook page. All right. By the way, you should have a Facebook page if you don't have one. Okay. Just put your name, High Ticket Closer, or your name, Entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. Have a Facebook page. All right. And your Instagram profile, of course. Each of you, like everyone has an Instagram profile, but not everyone has a Facebook page. So that's why I'm saying many of you might have a Facebook profile, but not a Facebook page. So you need to create one. So you upload them to your Facebook page and to your Instagram profile. And then simply what you're going to do is you're going to boost them. Okay. So you're going to click the boost the post button. Okay. You're going to click the boost the post button for each of these videos. So you're going to have 5 posts. So you're going to boost them. And then you're going to boost them for $1 a day, $1 to $3 a day each. Okay. So this would be anywhere between $5 a day to $15 a day. Okay. So $1 a day on this type of strategy works great. All right. So you're going to boost the post. You're going to click that boost the post button, because here's what we just did. We took time to develop these videos. We thought about our 5 challenges. We recorded those videos. We upload them to subly.com. We're not waiting for the fairies at Facebook or the fairies at Instagram to pick our videos and make them viral. Okay. That's not how it works. You want to advertise this content because it's really freaking good content, right? So you want to make sure that your ideal audience sees that content. All right. So you want to make sure that your ideal audience sees that content. And then you're gonna boost the post, and guess who you're gonna target when you boost the post? You're gonna target your ideal audience. Your ideal audience. All right. You're gonna target your ideal audience. In this case, we're gonna target females 35 plus that like fitness, and they might have kids. This is something that you can target in your phone. You can use Facebook in your phone or in your computer. You follow the prompts and you target your ideal audience with this content. Okay. Now, when you upload a video to your Facebook page or to your Instagram profile, you want to make sure that the copy or the caption of that video, it also calls out your marketplace, right? So for instance, when you are uploading this content, in the caption of that video, we're going to put something like, attention, stay-at-home moms, right? All right. So attention, stay-at-home moms, or you can say something like, for women that find working out hard, something like that, right? So this is the caption that we're going to use when we uploading those videos. And then you're going to say something like, or you're going to write something like, go to yooo.com to learn more. All right. And this is going to be a hyperlink. People will click on this link, right? So what we're doing here is we're running these videos to our ideal audience, and we're going to boost the post. We're going to boost these videos again from $1 to $3 a day, which is $5 to $15 per day, which if we do the math, so it's $150 to $450 per month. This is an investment that you're making in your personal brand. Okay, so you're investing $150 every single month, or $300 or $400 every single month to your personal brand. Now, what's going to happen is that you will start getting clicks and leads to this machine right here. All right. Now, what's happening right here is that for people that are coming in from these videos, they'll start clicking in yooo.com, but they'll not only start clicking in this link, they will open their browser, or if they're on their car, or if they're on a meeting or something like that, they will open the browser and they will type in yooo.com. A stay-at-home mom, she might have me with her kid right here. She will open a browser and she will type in yooo.com. That's why you want to repeat that URL, that domain, several times throughout the video, at least 2, maybe 3, right, throughout the video. Why? Because people will type in yooo.com. All right. And then you will keep this boosting forever. Like, you know, when Facebook tells you, hey, do you want to stop this at any point? You say, no, just keep this running. This is an investment that you will make in your own personal brand. And this will get you clicks and leads to this funnel right here, to this machine, right? And guess what happens is that these people are coming in, they're watching your videos, and that's why they're clicking on yooo.com. And that's why they're typing in yooo.com. So by the time they land on this page, on this opt-in page, they are pre-warmed up, they have consumed your content, they have consumed your videos, and what happens is that they opt in and now they go through the VSL process, okay? So again, this is something that you can apply for yourself, or this is something that you can apply for your business or for a business that you're working with or that you're working on. Now, you can be a little bit more broader with the subject. Let's say that you help entrepreneurs, right? Because that's what a closer is. A closer is a helper, right? They help people make a decision that will improve their lives. That's how I see salespeople. That's how I see closers. And this is something that I saw these guys at Grant Cardone that were super high level. This is something that I saw doing. They will go out, they will create content, and then they will invest a little bit of money on pushing that content out. The reason why this works, guys, and you can get more complicated than that. You can add another step when you're creating a custom audience in Facebook, but I don't want to, I don't want to put too much on your head right now. The reason why this works and why these guys were so successful is because they were always investing in their personal brand. So even if they didn't know that they were a closer for another company, it didn't matter. They will go out there and they will build that personal brand. And whenever they had, let's say, a slow month, right? What they would do, they will whip out their phone and they will post a couple of Instagram stories saying, I'm looking for 5 stay-at-home moms that they want to crush it with fitness this year or this month. Boom. Instantly 5 leads, 5 calls, 10 leads, 5 calls, and maybe a couple closes, right? So think about this. You're investing a little bit in your personal brand. And this is something that you can have running in the background because it doesn't cost you that much, right? It's $150. Maybe you can do it even less. If you don't have $150 a month, maybe you have $50 a month, just start with 3 videos or maybe start with 1 video, and then you add more videos as you start closing. But this is a small investment that you can do in your personal brand that will go a long way. I remember that at Scale Driven, my company, we're serious and we invest a lot in the personal brand, which is, in this case, is myself. And I remember that I decided to go all out in my personal brand at the beginning of last year, and we started seeing the results right away. Now, this year, I decided to take it to the next level. We actually hire a team to, syndicate our content, to, dice it, chop it, and post it everywhere and whatnot. And we have grown our social media presence by a lot. We have grown our social media presence by 150% in 3 months, which is a lot. And we have a ton of leads coming in every single day from our social media. We have a ton of leads coming in every single day from these type of strategies. Okay. So again, this is the strategy, and this is how you grow your personal brand, how you start capturing leads and sales for your own, and you start growing your personal brand. This is something that I would recommend you keep on going and you keep on having, and you keep on developing for you as a business owner, as a high ticket closer, because this can give you clicks, leads, and sales on demand. Now, this is the key. All right. This is what people can do this, but they forget to boost it. They forget to put a little bit of money behind each of these videos, because otherwise you will get nowhere. Okay. So you want to boost it. And then once people start clicking, they will land on this machine right here. Okay. So does that make sense, everybody?
Yes,
Yep.
make perfect sense.
Awesome.
Good
Cool.
job.
Yeah.
Is this helpful?
Sir.
Is this helpful, guys?
Oh,
Yes, very helpful.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Super helpful.
Awesome.
I just
Cool.
joined in earlier. Sorry.
Oh,
All right.
That was
So,
fire. That was fire.
awesome. I'll share with you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the team here these 2 charts that we should put together. And I'm also going to share with you guys the script that we use for the VSLs and the slideshows that we use for the VSL, so that you can check it out. And then I'm also going to share with you some examples that we use for videos, so that you can see what the videos look like. Nothing complicated. We just whip out our phones, record that stuff, and, we just have them there in the background running. So I'm going to provide all of you guys after we're done. So.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So let's see. I guess we had a couple questions here. And by the way, you can, I guess that you could put it on the chat, right?
Yep. You see the questions there in the chat?
All right, cool. All right, let's see. Okay, cool. Gem Stems, this is fire. I'm getting ready to make 1 million at my 9 to 5 in tech. Let's go. That's awesome. Let's go, Michael. So powerful. Thank you. All right. So Michael is asking, does this work for LinkedIn also? And the reality is that you can grab those videos that you recorded, right, with your phone, and you can also upload them to LinkedIn, and you can also upload them to YouTube. Now, the reality is that with LinkedIn, probably you won't have the capability to boost them. And if you do, it's going to be a lot more of an investment, right? Because LinkedIn tends to be a higher investment kind of network, if that makes sense, right? So, but it does work. Like the content that you create and the content that you produce, because it's helpful, you can actually go out and post it everywhere. You can post it on Twitter if you want. You can post it on LinkedIn, on YouTube. And yeah, so this acts as your content as well, if that makes sense.
Okay, thanks, appreciate that.
let's see. All right, cool. So Robert here says, so with what you were saying about personal branding, if I'm pushing multiple offers from multiple companies, should I use my same socials, my personal ones for everything? Because people often say, Rob, what are you promoting? Something new every week. Okay, great question, Robert. And here's the thing. This is a good question. And the answer to that is it depends if the companies or the offers that you're pushing and you're promoting have a niche in common, right? So for instance, let's say that you're promoting several offers from different companies and whatnot, but all of those are aimed towards entrepreneurs, right? Or they're all around fitness, or they're all around crypto, or they're all around whatever, right? You want to create the content that is broad, that will target that same demographic or that same audience. So on this case could be entrepreneurs or business owners, right? So you can talk those 5 challenges. You can talk about business owners in general. Here's why business owners can't grow, or why this and that, the other thing, right? So these five challenges, they want to be on the same audience. Now, if you're let's say if you're promoting an audience that it's about, I don't know, or an offer that's for dog moms, and then you have another one that's for, I don't know, CEOs, then at that point you might need to duplicate the strategy, right? And you want to use a profile for dog moms and a profile for CEOs, right? Because the challenges will be different, the audiences are going to be different and whatnot. When I was working at Cardone, the reality is that we were selling to small business owners, entrepreneurs, and whatnot, and that allowed these guys and myself too to niche down, right? To create content that was specific for them, and that allows them to do those type of things. So you need to make sure that you pick your niche, right? Or you pick your content. Does that make sense? Because then what happens is that, yeah, because what happens is that you can go out there, and let's say that it doesn't work for this offer for you. You can go out there and find another offer that's also talking to entrepreneurs or business owners, right? And you already have the audience built, right? So it doesn't take you that much time, and you don't need to depend on these guys. You already have your audience built around entrepreneurship, right? Or crypto or whatever, right? So you already have your audience. So at that point, it's like, okay, now I'm going to potentially find an offer that resonates, that's going to resonate with my audience that I already built. And boom, you start making commissions right away. You start closing deals right away because, the audience is the same. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Awesome. Thank you
That
so
was a
much.
close
Awesome.
one.
Thanks.
Yeah. Let's see.
Come on, John.
Let's see. Juan right here is asking, how about TikTok? You can use this content for TikTok. Yeah, you can use this content for TikTok, Juan. Like if you make them short enough, I think that TikTok is allowing now up to 3 minutes. So you will need to shorten the content a little bit. And now TikTok has something called Spark ads, right? That are basically the same thing that I just showed you, which is to boost the post. You just need to make sure that your audience is on TikTok, right? If you're selling to, let's say, a high ticket offer for executives, your audience might not be on TikTok. So it's better for you to focus on Facebook, right? Yeah. So if you're selling for executives, yeah, that's exactly, yeah. So that's exactly the point. So if you're selling for executives, then probably TikTok, they're not going to be hanging out on TikTok. They're probably going to be hanging out on Facebook. Facebook usually has a little bit older demographic, quote unquote, so they're definitely going to be hanging out on Facebook. They're going to have a Facebook account, maybe a YouTube. Those are going to be the platforms that I would use. So, all right, cool. Apollo is asking, yeah. Sorry, one last question. I think we have what platform do we use to build the program? To build the funnel. Is that what you mean, Apollo? Whatever landing page builder,
Yes.
whatever landing page builder.
Oh,
So
okay.
you could do this with ClickFunnels, Kajabi, like whatever, whatever landing page builder, it works, it doesn't really matter. So you can even do this in WordPress, like in your website,
Right.
but yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. Any other questions, guys? anything that comes up.
Hernan, how will you be sending us that material?
However is the best for you guys. Like I can put it in a Google Drive or in an email and send it to your team. Put it on links, like whatever works.
If you could
All right.
compile it in an email and send it over to Rhea, we can get it to all the attendees that were here.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll put it on an email before the end of today, end of day today. Send it to Rhea, and then she can share it with all of you guys.
Fantastic. And then what do you say to the people, Hernan, who say, I don't like to be on video? What do you say to those people? Because I'm sure you have those clients all the time.
Yes, we should say get good at being on video. You know, we should say that. Yeah, like honestly, like, you know, if you're the owner of a company, or if you are you know, an entrepreneur and whatnot, and you want to create trust, you want to create, you know, you want people to like you, to know you, to trust you and whatnot, you need to be on video, you know. So you need to be on video, get good. Like the good news is that we're advertising on Facebook, Instagram. You know, people, like if you think about it, people are there. They are not expecting like super high quality production type of videos. No, it's like, it's all about the content, right? It's all about that you're helpful, that you want to really help, because I know that all of you guys want to help your clients and your leads and your customers and all that. So as long as you put that best foot forward, then the content, the quality of the content doesn't matter as much. And if you suck at video, you know, you need to suck first to get good at anything. So
love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Perfect. Any other final questions? I think maybe one more if you've got time. Anybody else have one parting question? Otherwise, thank you so much for your time. Everyone good?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we're good.
Yeah, thanks for Hernan.